Hey guys, it's Ririharleyxo. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to say quickly, you can call me Ree. Like, it doesn't have to be Riri, it can be Ree. Like, I know Riri is a bit of a tongue twister. So, yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know that. But today I'm going to talk about my dating life and my experiences dating both as a gay man and as a trans woman. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. I'm trying to limit my ums, by the way. We're going to see how that goes. When I was identifying as a gay man, although I knew I was trans in the back of my mind, I wasn't quite ready to admit it yet at that point in time. So I would date guys, I'd go on dates with guys, you know, I had a 4-year-long relationship. But let's rewind. Let's completely rewind. So when I was like, God, my arms look really small like this. But look how small they look. I look like I've got chicken arms. Anyway. I'm really not doing well at the limiting. I started dating probably when I was about... I mean, I was talking to guys online and online dating when I was 12, 13. Obviously, it left so much destruction in the sense that there was so many catfishes, fishies, people who catfished, and a lot of predators on there. I met a fair few predators, not meeting in real life, but like over the internet met them and found out that they were predators and reported them. But things, you know, got out of hand at times and it was all a bit crazy. And the other one that I used to use a lot was Tiny Chat. There was a room called Cliques and I met some lovely people from there. And the great thing about Tiny Chat was it was all video. So you knew what you were getting yourself in for. Everyone could see you, you could see them. I still use Tiny Chat to this day from time to time. I met one of my best friends on Tiny Chat. Shout out to Doc. Love you, girl. Sorry about the voice, by the way. I'm still recovering from COVID. So yeah, I would use those sites and I'd be like online dating people. Never meet up with them. They live in like the States or in Australia or whatever. But it was a way to pass time and it got me talking to people, whereas like my social life at school wasn't great because I was bullied a lot. My online platform, for want of a better word, was my escape from everything. So I went on my first date with a guy called Will. Not my ex-fiance Will, different Will. When I was 15, definitely not my ex-fiance. He was 15 as well. We met through a mutual friend. He went to like one of the sister schools to my school. And it was so weird. We had 2 dates. The first date we went to Wagamama's. And afterwards we ate our meal and we were talking. It was great. It was going really good. And then afterwards, he was like, should we go for a run? And I just finished eating. And I was like, should we not? Anyway, we went on the second date and it gets even fucking worse. I had got a load of cash in my pocket. And I'd reached into my pocket to get cigarettes or something, I can't remember. And I was 50, I smoked from a young age. Well, not a young age, but I smoked early, before I was legally allowed to. And I pulled out my whatever on my phone, something out of my pocket, and all this cash fell out and I didn't realise. So we went to like Prezzo, I think it's called, I can't remember. It's like an Italian food chain, like pizzeria sort of jobby, pizza pasta. And went to go and pay. I had no money. And he didn't have the money to cover both of us. So I literally had to like come up with this story in like that in my head of, I said to him, I'm really sorry, but all my money's gone. I was attacked in the toilet. I can't believe I fucking did it. I was too much for chicken shit to admit I've lost my cash. So I had to end up ringing up my dad. Dad had to pay via the phone. I never saw him again after that. But I stooped that low. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, so that was Will. And then I had Callum, who, this is all as a gay man, bearing in mind, or a gay boy, whatever you want. I was a boy at the time. I was a child. Who I met at rehab school, which is like I said in a previous video, it's like a halfway house between hospital and school. So you do schoolwork there, but you also have therapies and all that malarkey. And Callum and I met, so I was fresh out of hospital, which is made me even more of an outcast because I'd been in a psychiatric unit, and taking some time off school in my lower 6th year so I was about, what, 16 at the time, 16. I'd taken time off school around the Christmas time, and it was only like a month, but everyone knew where I was, because once someone knows, the school I went to, it goes around like a wildfire. You could never trust anyone, ever. But fine, whatever. I mean, I was always an open book. I still am an open book to this day. So I don't really give too much for shit. And so anyway, so I was at the Hope service and I had this crush on this guy called Callum. So one day I plucked up the guts. I said to him, so are you like gay or bisexual? And he was like, I'm gay. But I've never told anyone that, so please don't tell anyone. I was like, yeah, no, of course, no problem. And I didn't tell anyone until he was ready. And I said, look, would you like to go out sometime? And he's like, I was going to ask you. And I was like, well, the answer is yes, but would you? What's your answer? And he was like, yeah, I would. Anyway, I went on a couple of dates. It was lovely. We became official. It was great. And bad me. I ended things over Skype with him. I'd left the Hope service at this point. And I Skyped him and said, look, this isn't working. I was over it. I was like, this isn't working. I'm really sorry. It's not you, it's me. All that bullshit. And yeah, never saw him after that. Never seen him since. Then after that, there was a string of bad dates. I mean, I went for a whole week without eating dinner, without paying for dinner, because like my parents were away and I was going on dates every night. It was fucking fabulous. I met Will, whatever you want to call him. My first fiance, who I'm still really close with to this day. We're just not romantically involved. We met on an app called Hornet, and before that, like, I'd had hookups on Grindr, don't get me wrong, and Hornet. I'd done the hookups. I lost my virginity to a hookup, to a guy in Cyprus, a waiter at the hotel I was staying at. He basically we hooked up, and yeah, the rest is history. That's how I lost my virginity. Full story, if you want it, will come later, as in on another video, because it's juicy. Oh, that sounds really inappropriate, but you know what I mean. Anyway, back to Will. So it's New Year's Eve. Will and I had matched, Will had messaged me on Hornet, and I was like, he's 40-something. Like, I like my men older, but do I like them that older? And I was like, So I wrote back. And we got talking, and then he was like, look, why don't I give you a call? And it was New Year's Eve. We were staying in London for the night, or for the celebrations, and all of my family and my other family, I call them, but the family friends of ours, were all staying in London and having a big get together for New Year's Eve. They all went down to all bar one, and I was like, I've got to make a work call. I'm really sorry. I didn't want to say to anyone like I'm calling a potential date who's a lot older than me. I was 19. So we had this phone call. It was great, and we clicked instantly. We vibed. It was lovely. It was really, really nice, and he was just such a down to earth person. And yeah, we had a lovely long phone call. And my mum, meanwhile, I was like drinking as I was going, so I was getting slowly and slowly more drunk. And my parents come back up to where we were staying, and they were like, how's your phone call? And I was like, yeah, I think I've just landed a $750,000 deal. I pulled that one out my arse. And then I had to follow through with that lie for a month until I like was like, oh no, the deal fell through. Yeah, sorry. And so Will and I met in real life. He took me on the worst first date in the history of first dates, worse than the running. We went to a sauna. Nothing against saunas. I just have one against this particular sauna. I personally don't go to saunas. I think there's like a trans woman day that you can go to. I don't know, but I do not go to them. Like this one scarred me for life. So we met in Waterloo and we clicked. It was brilliant. It was lovely and he was great. And we walk off and he's like, I'm going to take you to a sauna. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, not cool. The place stank of piss and was just grimy and dirty and awful. I think I lasted 10 minutes in there and I went, get me out of here right now. And he's like, no, it's fine. I was like, no. Get me out of here right now. Anyway, so our relationship lasted for a couple of months. He proposed to me over the phone. I said yes, because that's my life. Will and I broke up. I broke up with him via text because he wasn't picking up his phone because he was in the sauna. And I was like, fuck this, fuck you. We're done. But we remained good friends and we'll be good friends for life. Anyway, then came Tristan. And this is all as a gay man. Tristan, we were together for 4 years, lived together. Not much more to say on it really, other than I love him, I always will. Just not romantically anymore. I love him like you love a friend. So then, since coming out as trans, first was big. He was the first person I dated. What a fucking mistake. Go watch my video. I was engaged to a catfish. Since then, I've had a couple of dates. I've had a couple of hookups. I will say there's a lot of there's apps out there like Tammy and stuff like that that are great for the LGBTQI plus societies and groups and individuals to meet like-minded people and just talk things through. I've got a brilliant support network. I've got my ride or die team. You know, I've got Doc. I've got various other people I'm not going to name because I don't know if they would want me to name them. Who I know I can lean on and I know will be there for me. So I kind of feel like that's okay and that's what I really need. I've met a fair few guys who are fully respective of the fact that I'm trans, aren't after some sort of experimental fun of like, you know, this is a halfway house between am I gay or am I straight? And to be honest with you, people ask me all the time like, you know, oh, if we hook up, does that make me gay? No, I'm a woman. I don't know if any other like trans sisters have or brothers have like experienced that, where people like question their sexuality just because they're talking to someone who's trans. I don't know, but like not all guys like that. Some guys are just like, you're a woman, end of story. One guy in particular is who I'm going on a date with is very good about it. Like he doesn't even refer to me as trans. He just goes, you're a woman, end of story. And that's kind of what it's about. Like that's what dating a trans woman, is. You're part of the sisterhood. As my best friend, or one of my best friends, Rachel, would say, us trans women are in the sisterhood, like the trans men are in the brotherhood. It's all a community. It's all about, and the thing is it's about lifting each other up. So if you're having a bad day, drop me a message. Use the code word primer. I don't know why, I literally just saw a primer, so we're gonna go with that. Use the code word primer and I'll know that you're having a bad day and you want to have a chat. So that is my dating experiences. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and click the little bell button so that way you get notified as soon as I post a new video. And all my socials are below. I've just joined TikTok. I don't know why it's taking me so long, but I just post little lip sync videos and just have a bit of a laugh and, you know, joke around. So go follow me on there. Everything is at Ririharleyxo, but I will put the links down below. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week, month, year. But until I see you guys next time,